Have you ever asked yourself, how can I truly practice spirituality when I barely have time to breathe? Is spiritual growth reserved only for monks and nuns, or is there a way for ordinary people entangled in jobs, families, and responsibilities to walk the path toward awakening? Could it be that the sacred is not found in temples alone, but right in your daily routine? Welcome back to the channel. Today we explore a powerful and liberating idea shared by the 17th Karma, that spiritual practice is not separate from life. It is life. You don't have to run to the mountains. You don't need to renounce the world. If you're brushing your teeth, folding clothes, cooking dinner, sending emails, and raising child, are in the perfect place to awaken. But to realize this, we must radically shift how we understand practice. Most people think of spiritual practice as something special: chanting, meditating, reading sutras, visiting temples. And yes, those are valuable. But what happens when we return to normal life? When we face traffic, screaming children, deadlines, gossiping coworkers, unpaid bills? Do we leave spirituality behind? According to the Karma Pod, this is where real practice begins. He says, spirituality is not separate from your breath, your actions, your decisions. If you want to awaken, don't escape life, transform your relationship with it. Let's unpack that through story, reflection, and deep insight. Meet Alan, a mid-level manager in a tech company. He wakes at 6 a.m., prepares breakfast for his kids, checks emails, drops them off at school, attends meetings, manages a team, eats lunch at his desk, rushes home, helps with homework, and collapses into bed. Used to feel frustrated due he couldn't attend retreats, he missed his Sangha, he hadn't meditated in weeks. He said, how can I be spiritual in this chaos? Then, one day, he read a passage by the Karma Pod. Every breath is a chance to center. Every task is an offering. Every frustration is a teacher. Don't wait for silence. Bring awareness to the noise. That changed everything. Alan began seeing his commute as a meditation. Instead of yelling at traffic, he observed his reactions. Instead of resenting his boss, he practiced patience. Instead of zoning out while helping his daughter, he became present, but truly present. He didn't add more to his life. He changed how he met life. That's real practice. You see, what the Karma Pod teaches is that awakening doesn't require more time, it requires more presence. Let's look at a simple example: eating. How do you eat? Rush at your phone while watching TV, scrolling through social media. What if instead eating became your temple? The food became sacred, each bite a prayer, each chew a moment of awareness. The hands that prepared it, the earth that grew it, the labor that transported it, all acknowledged in one quiet breath. Suddenly, you're not just eating, you're practicing. The same applies to any activity. Washing dishes, feel the water, the heat, the movement. Let it clean your mind as well as the plates. Answering emails, take a deep breath before you begin. Infuse your words with kindness and clarity. Stuck in a difficult conversation, can you listen? Not to respond, but to understand. Can you feel your heartbeat? Can you notice your defensiveness and soften it? These are not small things. These are the exact places your spiritual path is calling you to awaken. The Karma Pod says, do not separate the sacred from the ordinary. The moment you do, you create two lives, or one for the soul, one for the schedule. But truth is not divided. So how do we begin? You start with presence. You don't need to chant for hours. Begin with one breath. Right now, inhale, Feel the air. Exhale. Let go. That's your first practice. Extension. Before your day begins, whisper a quiet vow. Today, may I bring awareness into everything I do. That's it. Ends compassion, not only for others, but for yourself. You will forget. You will get angry. You will judge. You will fall. But every time you return its practice. There's a story of a woman named Sarah. He had 3 kids, a part-time job, and a sick parent to care for. He felt like a failure as a spiritual seeker. No time to meditate, no time for retreats. But one day, while feeding her mother soup, he noticed something. Her hands were shaking, not from stress, but from love, the tenderness with which he lifted each spoon, the quiet patience he offered. This was devotion. That day, he realized, I am practicing, not in a temple, but in my kitchen, through service, through life. That's the Karmapa's wisdom in action. He says, if you can make your entire life your path, then there is no conflict. You do not need more time, you need deeper intention. Let's imagine another example: parenting. Children are not obstacles to spiritual growth. They are sacred mirrors. They reflect your impatience, your fears, your love, your hopes. Each tantrum is a test of your equanimity. Each hug, a chance to experience unconditional love. Father once told the Karmapa, I have no time for practice. See, I spend all day with my kids. The Karmapa smiled. Then you are practicing all day. Were you present when they speak? Were you kind when they're loud? Were you patient when they resist? That's it. That's the path. Even in the workplace, this holds true. Say you're in a corporate environment. People gossip, headlines loom, politics abound. Can you be the eye in the storm? Can you do your work not just for money, but as service? Can you meet frustration with calm? Can you make integrity more important than image? So, your cubicle becomes a cave of practice. There's a myth that real practice must be quiet, aesthetic, detached. But the Karmapa insists otherwise. He teaches that the real world is the doyo, the battlefield, the temple. It's where your mind reveals its patterns. It's where you meet the resistance, and it's where the transformation happens. The point is not what you're doing. The point is how you're doing it. Even waiting in line can be practice. Instead of scrolling your phone, notice your breath, observe your impatience, smile at a stranger. Every moment is a gate to awakening. But it requires one thing above all: remembering. Remembering that your life is not separate from your path, that folding laundry, caring for your spouse, replying to emails, sitting in meet instead all counts. The Karmapa reminds us how when you bring awareness into the ordinary, you awaken the extraordinary. So don't wait. Don't wait for a vacation. Don't wait for perfect silence. Don't wait for kids to grow up, for promotions to come, for your body to feel better, for your schedule to clear. The time is now. The practice is here. The path is beneath your feet. And every step you take with awareness is a step toward freedom. Thank you for watching this video. If something in this message spoke to you, please share your thoughts in the comments. What part of your daily life could become your practice? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay connected with this journey. And if you'd like to support this channel, consider becoming a member. Your presence here matters more than you know. Until next time, stay grounded, stay awake, and remember the sacred is not far. It's right where you are.
Before you leave, here's something special. In Buddhism, we believe that every encounter carries a deeper meaning. Would you like to discover your true soul connection, the one written into your destiny? Take the soulmate test today and unveil the hidden truths of your journey. Click the link below and begin your path now.
http://soulmate. You wisdom more, come, white.